Hello students, welcome to the new lecture of physics. Now, from this lecture onwards, we are going to discuss about chapter 2 of our NCERT textbook, right? And the chapter is unit and measurement. So chapter 2, unit and measurement, right? Now, what is unit we are going to discuss later on, but what do you mean by measurement? This chapter is basically related to introduction to unit and measurement, right? So, what do you mean by measurement? Do you have any idea related to measurement? Let us say if someone asks you, let us say if I will ask you what do you mean by measurement, and what will be your answer? Obviously, the common answers are, so to measure something is known as measurement, right? But what do you mean by measure then? If I will ask you what do you mean by measurement, then one of your common answers will be, sir, to measure something is known as measurement, right? Then the next question will be again, what do you mean by to measure something, right? What do you mean by measure? Obviously, you will say that, sir, if we are measuring the length of any object, the height of any object, the mass of any object, then it is known as measure. So these are not the exact definition. You can say that this is the process or some raw definition of measurement. Now, if I will ask you to measure the length of this pen, what you will do? Obviously, you will take out your scale and you will measure the length of this pen with respect to that scale, right? In other words, you can say that what you will do is you will compare the length of this pen with the length of scale. That is, one end of this pen, either this or this, you will keep with parallel to 0, right? One of its end you will keep parallel to 0 and you will measure the other end. You will compare the other end with the measurement of the scale, that is with the numbers on the scale, right? So here what we are actually doing is we are comparing the length of this pen with the length of scale, right? So measurement can be defined as the act or the process of comparing a given physical quantity with some standard quantities, right? So let us say, what do you mean by measurement? The process of comparing a given physical quantity with some standard quantity is known as measurement. The process or the act of comparing a given physical quantity with some standard quantity is known as measurement. Now, what do you mean by standard quantity? A standard quantity is a certain basic which is randomly chosen and internationally accepted reference standard called the unit. Right? So you can say that this is the definition for unit. A standard quantity with a certain basic randomly chosen and internationally accepted reference standard which is known as unit is our reference quantity. Say for example, if I will ask you to measure the length of this pen, let us say if it is 5 centimeter, then you are not going to write this like a 5 kg or 5 gram. What is the length of any object? So obviously your answer will be something into let us say it's 10 centimeter, 1 meter, right? Distance, if it is there, then you will say 1 kilometer. Obviously you are not going to say length is 10 gram, length is 10 let us say second. No. So a given physical quantity should be compared with some standard quantity which is randomly chosen and it is internationally accepted by all of us, right? So if you want to measure length, then length can be measured only in centimeter, meter, kilometer, millimeter, etc. Right? In terms of meter. If you want to measure mass, then it will be gram, kilogram, microgram, and so on. Right? On the other hand, if you want to measure time, it will be in second, minutes, hours, and so on. So this is how we are going to measure the quantity with some standard quantity. Now, the measured physical quantity can be represented or is represented with the number and an appropriate unit. Right? A measured physical quantity is represented by a number and an appropriate unit. That is, suppose if you measure the length of this pen and you find that the length is, let us say, something around 7 centimeters, then what you will write? Length of pen is 7 centimeter. So here 7 is that number and centimeter is the internationally accepted, right, unit of the length, which is centimeter. Clear? So this is how we are going to measure. Now before the number system and all that, how we were measuring, I am not going in detail with that, but as and when we came to know about measurement and all that, we started measuring by some basic ideas, right? Now before few hundreds years, how we were measuring the given quantities? Obviously we were measuring with some raw ideas, basic concepts, by using some not well defined measurements, right? Say for example, if you want to measure length of something, right, a small length, then we were using palm length, right? If you have played with marble and marble games, right, then in that games you were measuring the distance with the help of your palm. So this is our palm length, right? So we were using palm length. If you go through some villages, especially in south, then they still use some length which is known as arm length. This will be our arm length, right? So this kind of basic measurements were there. But the problem with this kind of measurement is that the arm length or the palm length, right, which we were using to measure certain quantities are not same for all of us. Obviously, my palm length and your palm length will be different. My arm length and your arm length will be different. Right? In that case, the person who is buying something from anyone whose arm length is less, then that person will get less quantity by paying the same amount. While if someone buys from some another person whose arm length is more, then that person will get more quantity of that material by paying the same amount. So there was some imbalance between the measurement system. The measurement was not uniform. Right? So the rulers at that time decided that let us do something. So at that time kingdoms and all were there, right? So they decided to take some standard measurements. So the final decision was to take the measurement of palm length, arm length of the ruler of that time, right? So the measurement for the palm length and arm length of the ruler was decided, and wooden blocks of that appropriate length were cut. Now another name for scale, right? The scale which we are using is foot ruler, right? That is foot of the ruler. If you remember, it is foot of the ruler. So foot ruler. So these were the measurements. So at that time, the people of the kingdom, which were known as Navratnas and all that, right? So they decided that we will take the standard measurement of the ruler, that is the king of that time, and the arm length, the palm length, the foot length, that is the foot of the ruler, all were measured of a king who was ruling at that time, and that measurement was distributed in the kingdom. But the problem over there was, at that time, every now and then, they used to have wars to acquire the kingdom of one another. So if there is the case of war, then obviously one of the king or one of the ruler will be defeated, right? So a new king or new ruler will come over there. Obviously, if new person will come, the measurement of that person will differ. So the problem was that again we have to collect all those things distributed in the whole kingdom. We have to modify that to the appropriate new size and measurements of the king, and we have to again redistribute. So this was a very long process, and not an appropriate process for the measurement and all that. The first measurement system which was introduced was by Britishers, and the system was given name as FPS. The first system which came into existence was FPS, introduced by Britishers. FPS, introduced by Britishers, right? So here F is for measurement of length. Here F is for measurement of length, which is actually foot. P is for measurement of mass. It is pound. Not dollar and pound and all that. Pound is measurement for mass. And S is for time, which is second. So the first system which was introduced was FPS, foot, pound and second. Foot is measurement for the length. Still we use that foot measurement, right? 10 foot, 20 foot. Foot. Foot is measurement for length. Mass is measured in terms of pound. We are still using pound as a measurement of mass or for measuring mass, especially when the newborn babies, the mass of the newborn babies are always measured in terms of pound. Apart from that, if you are watching WWE, right, the mass of the wrestlers, the weight of the wrestlers are given in terms of pound, right? So this pound is still in use for measuring mass. And the third one is second. Obviously time we are measuring in second and minute, so basic unit is second. But the problem with this system was, suppose if I will ask you to give me 10 kg of rice and you have measurement in pound only, how will you convert kg into pound or pound into kg? The conversion was very difficult. Suppose if you have measurement in terms of meter or centimeter only, and if I will ask you to give me 5 foot of any material, a cloth of 5 foot, how will you measure? So obviously to convert one unit into the another form, that is to convert meter into foot or the pound into kg, is very difficult, right? At that time obviously calculators were not there. So to convert pound in foot and to convert pound and foot into meter, kilogram and so on was very difficult. So to convert pound into kg or gram was very difficult. At the same time, or as well as you can say that to convert foot into centimeter, meter, inch, etc. was very difficult. So initially Britishers were very excited and were using this unit system, that is FPS. But slowly they faced this problem to convert one into another. So this system fails in that case, right? Because the drawback was it was very difficult to convert one unit into the another one, that is centimeter into foot or foot into meter and so on. The second unit was introduced by Matrix brother, and the second unit was CGS. Along with it, another unit was also introduced, but we will discuss later on. The second unit was CGS, where C stands for length, which is obviously for measurement of length, and C stands for centimeter, G for measurement of mass, which is gram, and S is for second, time, and is second. CGS, centimeter, gram and second. This was the second unit which was introduced. Unit system, sorry. This was the second unit system which was introduced. Centimeter, gram and second. Along with this, another unit system was also introduced, which was given name as MKS. MKS unit system, where M means measurement for length, which is meter. Obviously this is for measurement of length. M is for measurement of length, that is meter. K is for measurement of mass. K is for measurement of mass, that is kilogram. And S is for measurement of time, and that is second. Obviously, this is for time and that is second. So these were the two units, CGS and MKS unit, which was introduced. And this unit, we are still using this unit. because it is quite easy for us to convert centimeter into meter, or to convert gram into kilogram, or kilogram into gram. Say for example, if you have measurement in centimeter only, and if I will ask you to give me 5 meter of cloth, what you will do? Obviously you will give 500 centimeter. No need of converting or multiplying, right? Here directly we have to either add zeros to a given number, or we have to remove zeros from the given number. Suppose to add 0 means, if I will ask you to give me 5 meter of cloth and you have measurement only in centimeter, then you will give 500 centimeter. So 5 and 2 zeros we are adding, so 500 centimeter. So quite simple, right? In the same way, if I will ask you to give me 3000 gram of any material, right? Then if your measurement only in kg, what you will do? You will give me that quantity of material will be equal to 3 kg. You will give me that material 3 kg, right? So here we are removing 3 zeros. So to convert one unit into another was quite easy for this 2 unit system. And that's why we are still using this system, that is CGS and MKS unit system for measurement. But here also these two systems has some drawbacks. The drawbacks is you can measure only 3 physical quantities by using these two systems. That is, you can measure length, you can measure mass, and you can measure time. You cannot measure the remaining physical quantities by using this system. Obviously, if you want to measure temperature of a given body, the units is not given in this system, right? If you want to measure temperature, nothing is given for temperature in this system. If you want to measure current, nothing is given in this system. So for that case, this system was modified and the 4th unit system was introduced, and the 4th unit system was, so the 4th unit system which was introduced was MKSA, where M is for measurement of length. Remember here M is for measurement of length and not for the measurement of mass, right? So here M is for measurement of length, which is meter. K is for measurement of mass, which is kilogram. S is for measurement of time, that is second. And A over here is measurement for electric current. A is for the measurement of electric current, which is ampere. And A is for ampere. So this was the 4th unit system which was introduced for the measurement. But still you can see that we can measure only 4 physical quantities: length, mass, time, and electric current. So obviously by making use of any of these 4 unit system, we cannot measure temperature, we cannot measure intensity of radiation, amount of substance, etc. Right? So there was some limitations or drawback of this 4 unit system. As a result of which, scientists from the world, that is scientists throughout the world, had a conference on weight and measurement in France in 1971. Right? The main aim or the main agenda for such conference was to develop a unit system which contains minimum number of physical quantities. Obviously, we don't want large number of physical quantities to be included in a unit system, because there are more than hundreds of physical quantities, and if you include all those physical quantities in a unit system with different units, then it will create a problem for us only, right? So the main aim was to create a unit system, to develop a unit system with minimum number of physical quantities, and from those physical quantities and units we should be able to measure the rest of the physical quantities and to give units to the rest of the physical quantities. The system was given name as Systemi Internationally Units. This name was given in France language, right? That is in French. It means that international system of units. International system of unit, and we are knowing it as SI unit system, right? So the name for this unit will be SI unit system. Initially 6 physical quantities were selected and later on one more was added. So at present we are having 7 physical quantities in this SI unit system. In this system, a standard unit, symbol and abbreviation were selected. So there were 7 physical quantities which were selected. A standard unit, abbreviation and symbol were given to it. Right. So in our next lecture we are going to discuss about SI unit system. Right. The whole 7 physical quantities. They are also known as fundamental quantities or base quantities. Right. Based on that, we can derive few other quantities, physical quantities, units of physical quantities, which was given name as derived physical quantities. Right. And we do have some supplementary unit system also, supplementary units. Right. So these all things we are going to discuss in our next lecture.